pathetic can you be? He was just doing his job. Everyone's so soft, man. I mean, if it was a bloke, nobody would have said jack. Today on the show, we talk AFL and NRL, the football, Formula One, golf, UFC, and Harry Mackay suffers the biggest hit in AFL history. Bang! Oh, we'll never be the same again. This is $0 given. It was one of the biggest weekends in sport for such a long time. We'll start off with the AFL. Amazingly, Port Adelaide are still without a win this season. Hell, they didn't kick a goal until the third quarter. Only 2 teams ever in the history of the AFL/VFL have made it to the finals from this position. Definitely one of the biggest stories in the AFL at the moment. There was also this moment where we had Dane Zorko, I don't know, just stare into my soul. That's what too much media training will do to somebody. We also saw this, I assure you it's not photoshopped, like dabbing radio. I'm still trying to figure out what it means. Listen, Hawthorn were losing by 62 points when they showed this, okay? So I'm fully expecting this to become a meme if any team is getting blown out. And we also this week got to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Brett Kirk's amazing breakdown of Channel 7's Saturday afternoon team. I don't know what he's up to these days, but Channel 7, get him back now. If you don't, Fox will. 100 unique individuals. And shout out to the AFLW premiers as well. The Crom winning for the 3rd time, I believe, but they are the kings, or should I say queens, excuse me, of the AFLW. On to the NRL, where I'm going to be honest with you, we're not even going to talk about the actual games themselves. We're just going to be breaking down all the streakers that decided to run on the field this week. Now, this is a reference maybe only WWE fans are going to get, but I'm telling you, Edge would have been proud of this spear. Look at that. And I cannot believe there are so many weak individuals in the world that are going after the security guard. How pathetic can you be? He was just doing his job. Everyone's so soft, man. I mean, if it was a bloke, nobody would have said jack. And look, if you are a big softie and you disagree on me with this, and that's fine, but you'd be happy to know that there was one spectator that got a little bit of payback on the security. Decent technique here as well, but maybe not as good a hit. I just hope this doesn't spiral into some sort of all-out war where we're going to have security jumping into the crowd now and tackling people. We just get this huge escalation. I mean, Christ, there was even the bloke with the flare doing the protest. Just crazy, man. But I did love this. Oh, Mitch Moses' reaction to the hit. Thankfully, not really any ACL injuries this weekend, which is a good change. As well as that, we also saw the Roosters winning the NRLW. They defeat the Dragons to become 2022 premiers, and I swear it's just... oh, it's like pure just misery to be a Dragons fan this year, isn't it? Now moving on to Liverpool versus Man City. Yeah, we're going to talk about football in general, but there's only one game people cared about this week. It was a super action-packed game. We nearly saw Edison let the ball run into his own net. Mo Salah, arguably the best player in the Premier League, had one of the worst games of football and definitely one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen. And then in the literal first minute of the second half, plays a great ball through and gets an assist. Just proves, again, you only need to do 1 or 2 good things in a game to be considered having a good game. But one man that was brilliant all game long was this guy, Kevin De Bruyne, reminding us all how world-class he is. He was just sensational, what Chris Rock thought Will Smith was going to do to him at the Oscars. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Anyway, it still means Man City are top of the table. With 7 games left to go, Liverpool have maybe a slightly tougher run, but man, it could still go either way. And there were other games in the Premier League, like we did see Cristiano Ronaldo knock a phone out of some kid's hand. Ronaldo did eventually apologize later on Instagram with the worst resolution photo. No, your video did not just drop to 240p. I don't know what has less quality, either this photo or Manchester United themselves. I get that he'd be pissed. He just lost 1-0 to Everton, and this is what his leg looked like after the game. It's tough for Ronaldo at the moment. On the other side of the GOAT debate, you see Messi with his 3 assists, living life large. Oh my God, I only just noticed the cracked phone. Okay, that's brilliant. Formula One finally returned to Albert Park and to Australia. It's about damn time. Around 420,000 people going to the event. Hell of a lot of people turned up to Melbourne, but none bigger than Charles Leclerc, finishing with the Grand Slam in Melbourne. He got pole, he won the race, he got fastest lap. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen, who was putting up an okay fight, but was still quite a fair way off the pace, ended up retiring through again, car failure. The Red Bulls had better sort out their reliability, otherwise look at the standings, and Charles Leclerc could very well just run away with this. I can't lie, I probably wouldn't complain. We did see the McLarens finishing P5 and P6, which is, to be fair, bloody brilliant. That's a really good comeback for them. And, you know, Daniel Ricciardo P6 in the McLaren this year, you'll probably take that. We also saw Sebastian Vettel hopping on a scooter, probably because he figured it was quicker than the Aston Martin he's been given this year. And I am quite a big fan of the Photoshops that we're getting as a result of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, big fan. We also had the Masters this weekend. This has just been the craziest weekend of sport, but Scotty Scheffler, world number one, getting it done. He takes home the green jacket, and even though you probably couldn't tell, he four-putted the last hole. I just want to be as comfortable as four-putting to win the Masters by 3. I four-putt all the time. You saying I could win the Masters? Crazy. Like, the man has won 4 of his last 6 PGA events and has won nearly 10 million bucks in just 2 months. Just insane, but the best round of the whole tournament by far goes to Rory McIlroy. He was hyped after he chipped into tie second and the 18th, bro. I hope Rory is back to his best. Meanwhile, for Aussie Cam Smith, it really couldn't have, it just evaporated. On the 12th hole, he was looking in contention, and then he found the water. My heart sank deeper than the ball, but I tell you what, he still finished tied 3rd, and we're still damn proud. And it just keeps going with UFC 273, Alexander Volkanovski retaining his title against the Korean Zombie. The Aussies keep killing it in the UFC, and they keep on taking shoeies. He was teeing off on the Korean Zombie late in the round as well. He even was asking him, like, hey, are you sure you want to keep going? Volkanovski even waited on him to leave the octagon just to check on him himself. Like, absolutely ridiculous class act. Super lucky to have this guy representing us. But he wasn't the only big fight at UFC 273, without a shadow of a doubt. Chimaev had his first real big fight in front of a real big crowd, and he took on Gilbert Burns. They left it all out on the floor, but again, Chimaev would end up getting the decision. Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan also fought, and if you look at bloody Dana White's reaction to who won the fight, yeah, he wasn't happy that Sterling got up there. But nonetheless, the Funk Master did indeed get it done. But now then, let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at your nominees this week for Legend of the Week. Every weekend over on my Twitter, I ask you guys for your nominees for the Legend of the Week. So let's see who you had to say. We had a decent amount of Kevin De Bruyne nominations. I'm not too surprised. Max Power of Wigan managed to steal a steward's hat and throw it in the away fans. First of all, amazing name, but let's keep our eye on the bloke in the fluoro. Yep, sneaks behind him. Whoop, bang, gone. Into the crowd. I hope the hat wasn't designer. But anyway, keeping with the Wigan trend, I want to make another nomination. Wigan actually had a goalkeeper in the game before get injured, and this fan in the crowd, who just happened to have a Wigan goalkeeper shirt on, started warming up in front of the faithful. That's some decent patter, but I won't give my own nominations the dub. I feel like that's cheating. Let's just give it a Max Power, not just for the shenanigans, but also for the name itself. I mean, come on. With a name like that, you're going to have a lot of expectation on you in life, but he's come good there. Thank you all for watching. Got another decent weekend of sport coming up, and I will see you all for it. Catch you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Catch you later, and bye-bye.